Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Now, I know it's been a while since you've seen me on YouTube. However, I have school, I have a life. And so, I saw this Shannon Sharpe situation going on and I was just like, I have to give my 2 cents and then dip. So, I've seen all this hullabaloo as it relates to Shannon Sharpe and him getting involved with the OnlyFans model. And I'm just like, one, I'm not surprised because men like Shannon Sharpe, who are 56 and trying, according to Monique, right? When these scandals come out, it's not a surprise because I'm like, you passed 30s, 40s, and your mid 50s without being married. And at this point, I'm just like, sir, you have hit a wall because just as how you guys like to say, oh, women hit the wall, blah, 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 men can hit the wall too. Now, I'm just like, why would a 56-year-old man get involved with a 20 or 19-year-old woman? And when I say woman, just imagine me doing air quotes because last time I checked, like the brain isn't fully developed, or the what do they call it? The frontal cortex that isn't fully developed until 25. So, like, before someone turns 25, why would you mess with them as a 56-year-old man unless, and this is my opinion, you maybe have some control issues or predatory tendencies, allegedly? Like, it's giving ick, it's giving controlling, it's giving I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman of my peers. I just want to be with somebody that I could just have some fun with and just control, right? Like, as someone in their 20s, I would never be with somebody past 35 because, one, age gaps, they're all fun and cool and dandy until, like, you're sitting there across the room from somebody and you have literally nothing in common with them. And for example, when you're thinking about age gaps, you need to be cognizant of the fact that if the gap is too wide, like, you might live longer than this person. So the whole notion of growing old together, you know, enjoying retirement together in your 60s and 70s and 80s, traveling the world, that may not be a possibility if your significant other is 15 to 20 years older than you. So I'm not really for big age gaps, but like this age gap between Shannon Sharpe and this young girl, that's not big. That's massive. That's ginormous, gigantic. That's huge. Like, I don't think I have any more adjectives to describe it. So that was my first ick that I got from the situation. And then now secondly, I'm like Shannon, you see all of the things that are happening as it relates to like men, whether it's black men, white men, Asian men, whatever demographic or race they fall into. Once they get to a particular caliber, all these allegations get thrown at them. We have Jay-Z. I don't know if Jay-Z did what the accuser said that um she did to him, but apparently the charges were dropped. You have, aside from Jay-Z, you have Johnny Depp. You have Harvey Weinstein. You've had so many men before Shannon Sharpe who have faced multiple allegations. Why wouldn't you take steps in order to mitigate that risk of being accused once you're a quote unquote, and I say quote unquote, high caliber, high value man according to societal standards? Because to my standard, not because you have money means that you're high value, and not because you have money means that, oh, you're a man of integrity. You can be a rich man and still have no value, no class, no morals, nothing about you, as we're probably seeing displayed right now with Shannon Sharpe. Keyword probably, because at the end of the day, I don't know if he did the gruesome things that this young lady, this OnlyFans model, is accusing him of. Okay? Okay. So, like, wouldn't it make sense to mitigate that risk by getting married? I mean, at the end of the day, you can't prevent a divorce, you can't prevent allegations, but having hypothetically your accuser being near your age group, it makes the damage a little less severe. You know what I mean? Like people will still see you like as this quote unquote abuser and whatever, but being an abuser plus having the connotation of a predator or having the connotation of someone who only goes after young women, like let's do a balance. Which one is worse? You know what I mean? Like yeah, like all of this could have been prevented if you just settle down with one young with oh my god, I said young, with a woman. Like if you're 56, in my opinion, you should be going for like, the midi baddies, like the ones in their 40s, like the Bernie Spurgos, those type of women who they're older but they're like fine wine, they age well. And then to put insult to injury, right? The Bible can't be wrong. Pride goes before a fall, and a warning comes before destruction. Yeah? This man had multiple warnings, not just from Monique, but also from Cat Williams, warning him to leave these young women alone and to go and date somebody your own age. And also to leave these white women alone. They'll take you down in 2 weekends. You know, let me just refresh your memory of what Madame Monique had to say.
When you and I was It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying. Are you trying to say what you trying to say? I'm looking right at you. I know you looking at your I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you. Damn, Mo. Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs. Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. I know. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Damn. When they want you to go for the fourth round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that fourth round, she's going to say, hold on. Hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he thought I was going to be scared. Come on, pick your glass up and clap for me. Come on now. These young gals will bite you. Okay? Yeah. Okay, guess I gotta come on home. Come on
So
home.
you guys saw what Monique said to him. And then in 2024, Cat Williams with that 89 million view interview that, took the world by storm in 2024, he came out and he was like, listen, white women are this and that. However, he's scared of them because they can take you down in 2 weekends. Roll the clip.
I didn't want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan
There
Majors.
you go. See, come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth of the matter. So I stayed away from that.
So looking back at this, I'm just like Shannon Sharpe. He may be able to build a brand, build Club Shay Shay, build Nightcap with Ocho Cinco, have his ESPN talk shows and all these things with Stephen A. Smith. So he's a good businessman, great athlete, but he's obviously stupid in the relationship department. I mean, come on. You've had so many warnings and you've also built your career and built a legacy that I would say is so profound that you are disciplined in all other areas but your relationship life. You've had multiple baby mamas. And this is not me judging him, okay? But you have multiple baby mamas, married none of them. And now you're 56-year-old talking to an OnlyFan model who is 20 years old, or who you began a relationship when she was 19, 20, and now you're gonna come on Jesus Christ's internet talking about how this is a shakedown with Tony Busby, and this is the same lawyer that tried to take down Jay-Z. Like, do you know how corny and how ridiculous you look? And this is not me saying that, oh, I don't support black men, or this or that. I am not hating on this man. I do not know Shannon Sharpe from anywhere. But I'm just saying that things like these can be avoided. Like, I don't understand a man who's disciplined in all other areas but the relationship life. Like, the Bible says that a harlot brings a man down to a crust of bread, and so said, so done. Like, look at what has happened. He was in the works for $100 million deal, and now that deal is basically, you could say that it's gonna be scrapped, or if not, it's gonna be paused. However, if you're a brand, who would want to associate someone who has these accusations with their brand? Also, he had his job with ESPN. According to him, he's stepping back. Now, I don't know if that's code for I got fired, but in order to save face, I must say that I stepped back, or if he's really gonna come back, because I think I saw a clip where they said that he's gonna come back for next season. But I mean, look how much money you're losing. Mind you, the lawsuit is for $50 million. So, was all the intimate sessions and all of the late night conversation with this 20-year-old worth it? I mean, you could have gotten your mid baddie, your mid-age baddie, 45, 50. Like, come on, let's not act as if you don't have 50-year-old women out here beautiful. Just as how you have children and grandkids, you could have find someone who's a little bit older, as Monique said, more mature, already has children, and you could have been traveling the world with this lady, even if you don't want to marry her. Like, I'm a Christian, I'm all for marriage, but I have to be realistic. Like, not everyone will marry, not everyone wants to marry. That's your own conversation with the Lord. But taking Christianity aside and just using wisdom, like, if marriage is not for you, why put yourself in a situation with an individual whose frontal cortex isn't even developed as yet? I mean, a lot of these things can be prevented. And it's so sad to see someone who has spent years building their career just for it to be brought down by someone who doesn't even have a career for their own. Anyways, these are my thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video that I make.